should be a fairly short video clip. I just wanted to go over some things that you may need this week as well as next week for the next homework assignment. If you'll notice in Module 4 that's showing, I've added a few things. There's a homework sample that we're going to go over in just a minute for homework 3. There's a video about debugging, so this may help some of you in prepping for lab as well as in finishing up your current homework 2 coding assignment. So you'll want to go through there and look at some common kinds of debugging techniques as well as some tools to use to help identify what your problems are. I've also created a discussion thread for questions about this module, so if you have questions about debugging, if you have questions about homework 2 or the stuff that I'm going to talk about homework 3, you can use that discussion thread for the rest of this week to ask your questions there. Of course, email's available, the peer mentors are available. I'm off campus Wednesday, so I won't be having office hours and I won't be in class. So you can watch this at your leisure wherever you are. I do suggest you watch it during class time or close time thereby so that you can take advantage of the help that's there. Let's take a look at this design example file for homework 3. So this is the kind of thing I expect you to turn in for homework 3. You're going to show the entities and collections that are involved in a diagram similar to this. This one is for the Amazon order entry system. So in this system, customer places orders, orders contain items. Yours is a little bit different set of relationships, so you need to obviously adjust for that. And then the class contents, the entity classes are mostly data heavy, but they do have sets and gets, and you're free to do them in a fashion similar to what you see here. You don't have to list them out completely. You can put the data types in here for the data. The collection classes have counts and some kind of an array or something for the list. You aren't able to use vectors, so yours will not say vector. And then the methods. There's 17 methods listed here, 5 in customer class, 5 in the items class, and actually 7 in the orders class. There's 3 different prints, one printing by ID, one by name, and one printing all. So that's a total of 17. So you'll have a set of diagrams similar to this, and then you're going to have pseudocode for each of the collection class functions, the ones that are major tasks, basically. You don't have to pseudocode the sets and gets. So here's a few examples. I did not do all 17. I just did 3 to give you an idea. So for example, for add customer, prompting for the user ID, prompting for the name, creating a new object, populating that object by putting the ID and the name in, and then adding that to the collection, which is also then similar for add and order. So you get an idea about adds, and then doing one of the different ones, print orders by name. So I'm going to prompt for the name. Then I'm going to have to do a find. That may be a function I need to write, although it's actually up here in the list. Find by name, so it's going to give me back the ID. Then I'm going to go through all the orders looking for that customer ID, and if the customer ID matches, then I'm going to print out the order details for that order. In this case, it's doing all of them. Okay? So that's a loop that's going to have to repeat. So this is the kind of language you can use. And of course, you can take these items and you can copy and paste them into your CPP files, put slashes in front of them so they're comments, and then code between these. And that's an easy way to focus your attention on coding just one thing at a time and not getting overwhelmed by the stuff you have to do. This is the kind of pseudocode you should probably do in your design for homework 2 as well, maybe even a similar kind of a diagram. It's not required for those. You just have to turn in something that reflects you did some thought on a design, at least pseudocode, whereas this is more of a required format for the next homework assignment, homework 3. I want you to detail out as much as possible all the steps and all the information you need so that then when you do homework 4, it will not be onerous. Again, I recommend, as always, you start early because you may need to revisit it a couple of times. I'd recommend doing a rough draft very soon for homework 3, and then maybe letting it sit for a couple days and then coming back and looking over it. And chances are you're going to find some things you missed, either in the steps or maybe some data or maybe some other methods. You're not limited to just the methods that are in the menu. You can certainly create other helper methods as well. So use the discussion group